Hello? Check. Okay, let's get queued up here. Hold on a second. Well, while he's working on that, I can get started. My name is Paul Snitkin with Anderson & Carr. I've been very involved with this project for, seems like a decade now. I think it's pretty close to a decade, and it's kind of strange coming back into these chambers when I spent a lot of time here about 4 or 5 years ago. I was responsible for leasing the entire first floor of the casino. I think everyone's pretty happy with that. And the tenants are also very happy. I saw a couple peeking in the window as I was sitting up front here. So overall, I think I've got quite of an attachment to the Lake Worth Beach area and the city of Lake Worth in general. What we're proposing is basically to use the building as it was originally proposed for, to have additional tenants on the second floor and get the building fully leased so that it can sustain itself as it was originally built. So basically, we represent a company that's out of Michigan. They are a Florida registered corporation. Also, one of the principals has a residence literally across the street from the Lake Worth Beach, and has had that location, his home there for many, many years. I think 30 years. What we're proposing is they want to do a couple things. They want to do, on the second floor, the restaurant side, not the meeting space side, they want to do a high-end Mediterranean type restaurant with a very international flair, food, very romantic spot, beautiful interiors, and then they also want to do a part at the top of the stairway, which will be like a small Coney Island style deli, which will be reasonably priced sandwiches and soups and stuff to go and like picnic packages and things like that. And then on the other side of the hallway, they want to take over the banquet hall and revamp that and make it a high-end banquet facility where it's well known throughout the county as a 4 to 5 star location for banquets. The Mediterranean style restaurant, we'll start out with that first, will be very romantically done, as I said before. There'll be community tables within there so the community can still come in and at any given night, even if you're by yourself or you're with somebody else, and sit at a table and actually meet somebody. It's a very new thing in the restaurant industry and very successful also. This location on the top floor there will have incredible views, and I was actually quoted about 8 years ago, we were doing this project originally, that I think more people will be proposed to at that restaurant than any other restaurant in Palm Beach County. And I still believe that today. So once again, a great location for an awesome restaurant. And then the Coney Island style deli, as I mentioned earlier, very reasonably priced sandwiches and beverages for the community to enjoy at a very affordable price. The banquet hall, once again, a very premier banquet facility, hosting events, neighborhood clubs, and corporate functions to the most elaborate weddings in the state. The operators have many, many years' experience in the banquet facility and look forward to this endeavor. The principals that are involved here, first one, George Nasser, who's partner and chairman. George is known as a visionary leader in both business and in the community. The formation of the original dining concept of online cafe, he brought many years of solid experience in developing and building a successful business. In 1960, he launched George Nasser Meat Wholesaling Company and successfully grew an operation, followed by investment into the International Sausage Corporation. In 1972, Mr. Nasser took complete control of ISC, becoming president over the next 23 years. He turned ISC into a highly profitable meat processing and distribution company. Ozzy, who is his son, is also a very successful man. He was the founder of Michigan Orthopedic Services and served as its chairman of the board. Ozzy opened his first Michigan orthopedic service located in Livonia in 1994 and continued to grow the business throughout Michigan in 6 locations and over 100 employees. Ozzy is, being a son of a restaurateur, really knows the business, true investor, and has since retired from the medical industry and now is getting into hospitality with his dad. We have a little thing on the head chef that works for them at their online cafe location in Michigan, which is in the Detroit airport. Chef Sean Loving is a highly decorated chef, well known throughout the years. Has been a private chef for many professional ball players and has been on television programs and everything. So he's extremely talented, and we'll bring that to Lake Worth to get this restaurant started. Also, their banquet manager has run the St. Mary's Banquet Hall for 21 years under George Nasser. And Keith is responsible for $2 million operation with approximately 35 employees and two staffs, a chef and 2 assistant managers. Their current location for banquet facilities in Michigan can accommodate up to 800 people. So this location here in Florida is not, is going to be probably an easier job for them because of the difficulty in running a facility that's could fit 200 or 300 compared to 800. The qualifications for the job, this is the previous experience that these owners have had. Online cafe, which is one of the current locations, provides direct parallel to the current proposed project that we're doing here in Lake Worth Casino. The online cafe was awarded through Metro Detroit Airport Authority for all levels of approval. So they had to go through a similar municipality approval process to get this location. Their ability to manage and operate financial stability and business prowess provided them the success in the bidding process. They have worked hand in hand with Metro authorities and Delta Airlines with daily operations of the business. The majority of the Delta Airlines employees choose online cafe as their meal of choice when eating at the airport. This is a true testament to the quality of their food and the timely service we provide to each and every one of their patrons. Also, by having the meat packing industry, they also supply all their meats and things for the rest of the north. And they would be doing the same down here, so we're going to get some very good quality beef and pork and chicken. All ventures that these guys have been involved in and assets to the community, we have provided jobs for the local areas and always managed the projects directly to ensure their success. The Lake Worth project is going to be no different from them. Here's some pictures of the online cafe. The online cafe was the first restaurant to open in the new Metro New York McNamara Terminal in 2002. This project started with a bidding process that we mentioned earlier for Wayne County about 15 years ago. Online cafe has been a huge success as 40,000 patrons visit each month. This project has generated $3 to $4 million in revenue per year since inception. I think it's actually in excess of that, because when we originally did this presentation, it was probably about a year ago, so I think it's even higher. It's a family-operated business. They have a full liquor license, and this spot is one of the most desirable areas in the airport. All their staff is extremely well trained. They continue the day-to-day and to run their restaurants since the first day they opened, and still they do it today. They have a vast knowledge of the restaurant industry, and that's over 15 years. Next is the St. Mary's Church and Banquet Center, which George Nasser started 22 years ago. He served as the chairman of the board and was very influential in creation of St. Mary's Cultural Center banquet facility, like I said, 20 years ago. This seats over 800 people at any one serving, with services that include weddings, graduations, parties, bar mitzvahs, birthdays, and many other special events. George Nasser also owned and operated a successful restaurant from 1995 to 2005 in Farmington Hills, Michigan. They serve a specific menu on barbecue ribs, salad, chicken, soul food, and deli sandwiches. The restaurant also caters to many festivals and events around the state of Michigan. So there's some articles of different achievements they've had. They also cooked barbecue for a president, past president, and he sold that business in 2005. The potential venture is likely to succeed for the city for the following reasons. They will work tirelessly and ensure the restaurant becomes a success and a profitable venture. Their hands-on approach and direct management and vast experience will lead to long-term success of the restaurant. They will provide permanent employment for local residents in all positions, including management. The restaurant will attract new visitors to the casino and provide synergy with other businesses in the building. They will add to the value of the building by offering a selection of food that is currently not available by other venues at this facility. Their aggressive marketing campaign will attract visitors to the restaurant as well as surrounding city property. With evening dinners, they will offer a dining experience with a beautiful ocean view and will attract from the surrounding areas and the current visitors to the Lake Worth Casino. Next, we have some architectural renderings of the building. They want to do some natural bamboo flooring and tables and very clean and modern traditional type design. This shows they're going to keep the ceilings high and have the lighting very low in the Mediterranean style restaurant. Very clean lines. And here's some of those public tables that are very, very popular right now. The next, once again, just shows the scape. We'll have all different types of memorabilia on the wall from the city of Lake Worth and history. Outside, you'll see beautiful umbrellas and antique furniture. Their inspiration was a couple different ideas. UTiki up in Jupiter, they really love that location and want to do a similar kind of a modern flair to a kind of a tiki design, which brings it to a modern and traditional type material. Once again, lots of room, high ceilings that are perfect, which this space works for them. Lots of natural light coming in the windows, live plants. The value to the city of the Lake Worth Casino building is an iconic focal point in the community, and the mix of tenants is an asset to this great city. The proposed tenant, Oceanside Bar and Grill LLC, which is basically a corporation name, it's not they're doing business as. They're going to come up with a very unique name for that location. They're very conscious on the history of Lake Worth Beach and Casino and want to add to the importance of this development for many years to come. Oceanside Bar and Grill has approximately 100 years experience combined within their principles of their company. With their added value and experience in the operating of a professional banquet and restaurant venue, they will attract a large diversified group to the casino building. The values that they add to the city. They want to enhance the value of the casino by adding additional diversification to the project. They want to aid the city of Lake Worth with the maintenance on the second floor that will reduce the city's exposure to the project. They would also entertain the maintenance on the entire building, which we have talked with in our negotiations with the ITN. They would be open for that. They will, because they are, once again, hands-on, so their management and staff is there all the time, so they might as well take care of the building too, which relieves some burden on the city. They will also consider doing maintenance on the entire building, as I said. They are very well funded and require no participation from the city of Lake Worth in their build-out process. They also estimate that they will add approximately 115 new jobs to the city of Lake Worth and surrounding areas. Basically, the only items they need from the city, or they need the city to address to help them be successful, as well as everyone else at the casino, is one, some sort of valet parking, either drop-off, pick-up, or something up there. The lighting on the west side of the building is really bad. It's very dark. They want to get some sort of lighting there let it be directional so that it doesn't affect the turtles or whatever, but they definitely want that addressed. Signage on A1A, some sort of monumental sign, they would be willing to pay for that, and add all the other tenants. But it's definitely something that's needed, because if you know, we all know that the casino is there, but if you're just a tourist driving up A1A at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, you're gonna fly right by there and won't see a thing. I challenge anybody to drive by at that time, you won't see the building. The timetable for execution, this process has dragged on for many years for them, and they are ready to move. Even through all the processes that we've done, they're still here. So we want to know when this is going to end, that they get back to work. And that's basically it. If you have any questions, once again, Paul Snitkin, I can help you out with any of this.
We have microphones from both sides of the presentation.
Yes, they could just grab one of,
Yeah.
just take one of those two microphones.
Do you want to hold on to that, Mr. Smith? You want to hold on to that, because I don't know what they, first we're going to have public comment come up, and then we'll have whoever the